The 5 a.m. Club. Own your morning, elevate your life. Robin Sharma. Imagine transforming your life simply by owning your mornings. That's the premise of the 5 a.m. Club, a powerful self-help book by Robin Sharma that has inspired millions worldwide. This book combines personal development with storytelling, following the journey of an artist, an entrepreneur, and a quirky billionaire mentor who reveals life-changing principles. Through engaging dialogue and relatable struggles, Sharma introduces the concept of rising at 5 a.m. to gain the time and focus needed to achieve personal mastery and success. Central to the book is the 20/20/20 formula, a structured morning routine split into 3 parts: exercise, reflection, and growth. This method is designed to supercharge productivity, enhance creativity, and improve overall well-being. Sharma also explores the neuroscience of habit building and how small, consistent actions can create extraordinary results. More than just a guide, the 5 a.m. Club is a call to action to break free from distractions and reclaim control over your time and life. Whether you're striving for professional excellence or seeking inner peace, this book offers practical tools and timeless wisdom to help you unlock your highest potential. Are you ready to wake up to a better you? Wisdom 1. The secrets of the 5 a.m. Club came to light through a chance and fortunate encounter. The narrative is a work of fiction about an odd bunch of people. There's a miserable businessman who needs to be inspired, a disappointed artist who wants to revive his craft and leave a legacy, and, finally, a millionaire who has achieved a lot of success and wants to teach others how to live a remarkable life. Thus, we meet our 3 main characters at a personal optimization conference that is hosted by the Spellbinder, a renowned business guru. Accordingly, the Spellbinder is renowned for his capacity to work enchantment and enthrall his audience with the might of his wisdom. Following the Spellbinder's amazing speech, the billionaire went up to the artist and businessman. Instead of telling them that he was a billionaire, he pretended to be impoverished, a habit he had formed to remind himself that material wealth isn't everything. His pricey watch was the only indication of his true fortune. The entrepreneur and artist were informed by the destitute-looking billionaire that he had amassed a fortune because of the Spellbinder, who had taught him that, although many people hope that extraordinary things will happen to them, truly exceptional performers discover that they have the power to create extraordinary outcomes for themselves. Both the artist and the businessman grew increasingly interested. So, who was this mysterious man who talked like he was a guru? As the billionaire described how the Spellbinder had taught him one thing that was more significant than anything else, they listened intently. What's his secret? This was it. Establishing a world-beating morning routine is the most certain strategy to produce the best outcomes in both your personal and professional life. The billionaire, however, wasn't finished yet. He made an amazing offer, and he was a generous man. He would teach the artist and businessman the ins and outs of a top-notch morning routine if they wanted to visit his beach villa in Mauritius. All they had to do was get together at 5 a.m. the following day. The following morning, the artist and the businessman were a little dubious, but their doubts were quickly allayed when a chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royce arrived to pick them up. A sleek, ivory-colored watch was in a hangar when the chauffeur brought them both there. A beautiful private jet in ivory. The jet had the 5AC logo on it. The chauffeur was asked by the business owner what the emblem represented. The 5 a.m. Club, he replied. Thus, they set out to discover a revolutionary morning ritual and a whole different perspective on life that could change everything for the better. The billionaire informed the businessman and artist early the following morning that he had discovered a technique to rise above mediocrity and attain greatness, rising at 5 in the morning. His productivity had tripled, his vitality had doubled, and his creativity had been stimulated by rising at 5 in the morning. His audience was somewhat perplexed. Is that it? They inquired. What role does waking up at 5 in the morning have in your success? The billionaire informed them that many brilliant people throughout history, including composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and novelist John Grisham, have recognized the multiplicative effect of the isolation that comes with rising at 5 in the morning. Wisdom 2. Excel at 5 a.m. by taking advantage of your sharpened mental clarity and peaceful surroundings. We all have limited brain capacity, often known as cognitive bandwidth. Throughout the day, our attention is drawn to an increasing number of items, including work, the news, interactions with people, and social media. All of these things use our bandwidth, and by midday, we are unable to concentrate on anything. In other words, by constantly shifting our attention from one item to the next, we end up giving nothing adequate attention. However, if you get up at 5 a.m., you have a unique opportunity to focus on one high-value task without being distracted. The concept of temporary hypofrontality enhances this focus even more. Yes, that may sound technical, but in a nutshell, it simply means that at 5 a.m., you are well-positioned to attain a state of flow in your thoughts. According to the millionaire, when you wake up peacefully at 5 a.m., the brain's prefrontal cortex, which controls rational reasoning, temporarily shuts off. As a result, your ability to analyze, stress, and worry about things is hindered. At the same time, the tranquility of dawn encourages the release of the neurotransmitters dopamine and serotonin. As a result of all of this, you will automatically enter a state of flow, when you are totally energized, focused, and in the zone. As most of us are aware, flow is the elite attitude that all top performers, from violinists to scientists, exhibit in their peak moments. As a result, waking up at 5 a.m. will help you stay focused and productive throughout the day. Wisdom 3. The masters focus on their strengths, steer clear of distractions, and accomplish their goals each day. The entrepreneur and artist devoted more time to the wealthy. And on a bright morning in Mauritius, the three of them gathered by the water. A school of squirrelfish moved across the crystal-clear waters. And in this gorgeous location, the billionaire described the four foci of great history makers, people who had made a significant contribution to history and impacted the world. First, he stated that the greatest people are distinguished not by their natural talent, but by their ability to capitalize. The billionaire said that self-discipline and tenacity always outperform skill and giftedness. So, instead of believing you lack the necessary skills, use your strengths to make a difference. Second, independence from distraction is essential. Too many people nowadays waste hours on addictive but ineffective technology and social media. If you want to win, you must focus, simplify, and concentrate. That involves becoming a purist. It entails focusing on a few exceptional job projects rather than several good ones. In everyday life, this entails eliminating anything that diverts your attention away from what is genuinely important. So off your notifications and cancel unnecessary meetings. They are diverting you away from tasks that truly provide value. Third, the truly great recognize the value of day stacking. That means that tiny tasks completed on a daily basis are far more significant than large tasks completed on occasion. Consider improving one ability or skill by simply 1% per day. It's a minor difference, but over a year, it adds up to a 365% boost. Finally, the billionaire addressed the final objective of history makers, personal mastery practice. According to psychologist Anders Ericsson, a person needs practice a skill for at least 2 hours and 45 minutes per day for 10 years before the first signs of elite mastery occur. That is, 2 hours and 45 minutes of practice per day for 10 years until you become a master. So, if you want to master yourself, devote your first hour each morning to working on yourself, your thinking, and your approach to health, spirituality, and love. The entrepreneur and artist now had a better understanding of how the true elite kept ahead. So the millionaire decided it was time to take things to the next level. It was time they learned how to be their best selves. The millionaire questioned the artist and entrepreneur, "How often have you heard a guru talk about improving your mindset?" Wisdom 4. Explaining the 4 internal pillars essential for excelling in your profession and self-development. You can improve your life by thinking positive thoughts, right? But these gurus don't tell you that your mindset is only one of the 4 interior empires. If you focus only on improving your mindset, you're neglecting the other 3, your health, heart, and soul. Your emotional life and well-being are your heart set, and it's crucial because, as Sigmund Freud once said, unexpressed emotions are buried alive and will eventually surface in more repulsive ways. You will rapidly notice a change if you concentrate on maintaining a healthy heart. Your physical well-being is referred to as your health set. Living a long life is one of the most important strategies to succeed in life. You can't be a titan of industry if you're dead, the billionaire joked. Maintaining your ideal level of fitness gives you a few more really productive and healthy decades to leave a bigger legacy. Furthermore, top performers understand that exercise improves their quality of life every day. It boosts your vitality, relieves tension, and increases happiness. Even that, however, is insufficient because another internal empire needs to be developed. The billionaire went on, your spirituality is your soul set. All too frequently, we are drawn to the tangible and the surface in our daily lives. Therefore, spend some time remembering who you really are during the peaceful early morning hours. Connect with your inner hero. Think about what you have to offer the world while it's quiet at dawn. Reconnect with your best self by concentrating on your soul set. These discoveries astounded the businessman. They eagerly informed the millionaire that this framework had significantly altered their self-perception, but they were curious to learn more. How might they put these lessons into practice within the first hour of the day? The millionaire stated that, although not in Mauritius, they were eager to learn more about the 20-20-20 formula. So, the Azure Ocean would have to be abandoned. Rome, the immortal city, was their destination. It was time to be moved by the Roman people's fervor, the city's architectural design, and its exquisite cuisine. Standing in the square at the base of Rome's renowned Spanish stairs, the billionaire, the artist, and the businessman observed their surroundings. Wisdom 5. The 20-20-20 formula's amazing results. The billionaire then started going deeper. Step 1 is to move, to do vigorous exercise for 20 minutes. What's really important is to make yourself sweat. Getting up at 5 a.m. and wasting an hour looking through messages and social media won't maximize your day. Instead, you should follow the 20-20-20 formula, which says that you use 20 minutes to move, 20 minutes to reflect, and 20 minutes to grow. This is because the hormone of fear, cortisol, is eliminated through perspiration. Brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, is a protein produced by sweat that promotes the growth of new synaptic connections and heals damaged brain tissue. Therefore, it basically means that you will be thinking faster if you perspire for 20 minutes. Next, schedule a period of profound calm and alone from 5:20 to 5:40 a.m. for introspection. Think about what matters most to you before the day's complexity arises. You'll be astounded by the ideas, dreams, and inspiration that surface during brief periods of solitude in an era of distraction, incessant notifications, and communications. Jot down these ideas in a journal. Make a written commitment to your present goals, your blessings, and your failures and frustrations. By doing this, you can release harmful negative energies and gain a better understanding of your vision. Spend some time meditating. Meditation reduces stress by lowering cortisol, according to research. It's a tried and true method of maintaining composure, and the world's top performers are never agitated. The final 20 minutes of your first hour are about to begin. You have to develop here. Spend 20 minutes learning. Read the biographies of high achievers to learn about their life. Study the psychology of people. Watch innovation-related documentaries or listen to business-building audiobooks. Each and every billionaire has a passion for education. There you have it, then, an ideal morning routine to truly join the 5 a.m. club and take control of the hour. Wisdom 6. Embrace the twin cycle of elite performance and ensure proper rest. The businessman, entrepreneur, and artist headed to the heart of Rome as it began to come alive. The billionaire declared that they were in the catacombs, which are underground passageways that the ancient Romans used as burial grounds, as they made their way down a pitch-black and dusty tube. The billionaire said that they were encircled by people in a centuries-old sleep when the artist questioned why they had gone there. Thus, it was a suitable setting for talking about the significance of getting a good night's sleep. Sleep is one of the most important variables in determining life expectancy, according to research. For optimal performance, how you spend the final hour of the day is nearly as crucial as how you spend the first. Due to technology, far too many individuals nowadays suffer from sleep deprivation. According to research, the blue light that our gadgets emit lowers melatonin levels, which are what cause us to fall asleep. You can't get a good night's sleep if you spend your morning in front of a screen. Therefore, switch off your electronics by 8 p.m. Go to bed no later than 10 p.m. and spend the remainder of the evening reading, taking a soothing bath, meditating, or conversing with loved ones. In this manner, you may make the most of your 5 a.m. wake-up time. There are more significant ways to revitalize yourself besides sleeping. In actuality, alternating between intensely concentrated, impassioned work moments and profound rest, recuperation, and enjoyment is a crucial component of long-term peak performance. The billionaire refers to this process as the twin cycle of elite performance. Growth takes place throughout both the performance and recuperation phases. Talk to a farmer if you want to understand why, the millionaire said. He will inform you that there is always a period of severe effort, planting crops, and tilling the soil. The fallow season follows, though. It may appear that the fallow season is a time for relaxation. Nothing appears to be happening. However, the true indicator of how well crops will grow is the fallow season, when the soil is resting and regenerating its nutrients. Some of us find it difficult to accept the remaining twin cycle. This was acknowledged by the business owner, who admitted that they feel bad if they aren't working. But balance is key, the millionaire retorted. Therefore, don't only work. Accept rest, leisure, and enjoyment with the assurance that these are essential components of top performance. Herein lies the key to achievement and the key to making history. In our final summary, Robin Sharma's The 5 a.m. Club is a transformative guide that demonstrates how reclaiming the early hours of your day can unlock extraordinary success and fulfillment. At its heart, the book promotes a morning routine rooted in the 20/20/20 formula, where the first hour of the day is divided into segments for intense physical activity, mindful reflection, and learning. This structure is designed to foster peak performance, mental clarity, and sustained personal growth. Through an engaging fictional narrative, Sharma weaves together profound insights and practical strategies, making the principles not only accessible but deeply inspiring. The journey of the artist and entrepreneur, mentored by an eccentric billionaire, reminds readers that success is often a result of small, consistent actions rooted in discipline and self-awareness. The book also emphasizes the importance of rest, balance, and the twin cycle of elite performance, which underscores the necessity of rejuvenation to sustain high achievement. Sharma masterfully blends ancient wisdom with modern neuroscience to create a compelling case for rising early and dedicating time to personal mastery. Ultimately, the 5 a.m. Club is not just about waking up early, it's about waking up to your potential. By adopting its principles, readers are invited to break free from distractions, elevate their productivity, and lead a life of purpose, passion, and impact. Whether you're looking to boost your career, improve your mindset, or achieve greater balance, this book serves as an inspiring and actionable blueprint for success.